It's Don here from the board. Thanks for coming along and checking out this video. So today I'm going to be having a look at SA Skywriter. Now this set has been a long time coming, as all signature plastic / print my keyboard keycaps do, as all group buys for key sets these days do. So it was really great to see the notification when DailyClack, who is the local proxy for this set, sent to my email saying it's on its way. Of course, I wasn't quite sure what my circumstances were going to be by the time that it arrived, because we were house hunting. We haven't bought a house yet, so still at the same address, but it got sent to my parents, which then I had to wait a bit before I could actually go over and get it. So I want to say thank you very much to DailyClack for being the local proxy and making this happen. Now, this is actually the first group buy that I've ever been on for a signature plastic set, an SA keycap set. Previous to that, my only other group buy for a keycap set was the GMK Firefly, which, there's a video on that if you wanted to check it out. So today, all we're doing is just going to be unboxing this. I've ripped off the address label there and just sticking it out on one of these keycap trays so we can see what this set looks like. Rightio. So, careful. I suppose one of the things with signature plastics is that they do their sets in bags. They don't have trays or fancy boxes, which is fine, but you lose a little bit of presentation factor. But you know what? It's not really that big a deal. And there we have it. There's first impressions. That is a really lovely dark green with that highlight. The olivey green there, that sort of more muted camo-ish green. It's okay. It's all right. I like it. I'm very happy with just the first impressions. Now, we got DailyClack and their stickers are always entertaining. So, the packing slip here said the order date was the 8th of August 2020. So it is taken it's taken nearly a year for this to come. So here we have all of the set. I'm not even sure what I've got. So there's the novelties. Now, Skywriter is based off a typewriter, I believe, called the Skywriter, and that's where the color theme comes from. But it also has, obviously, sort of an airplane. There you go. So there's your typewriter novelty right there. You know what? I don't know if I'm going to actually put it out, because building up the full set, it'll probably take a bit of time, but I won't do it necessarily live. I might just do it off screen, and then, you can enjoy seeing it in its full glory at the end, maybe? I don't know. Should I? Should I not? Should I? Should I not? You know what? Let's do it. Whatever. If you don't like that, that's fine. You can skip through the video. It won't matter. At the end of the day, will it? No, not at all. I guess before we actually get into that, let's just have a look at the shotting of that. It's a double shot, and it's really nice and clean and smooth. There's really no major visible issues. There's sprue marks on the underneath, but that's pretty normal for these keycaps. I've seen a lot of SA keycaps from Signature Plastics, and we're looking at it's just it's just over a mil. I was going to say it's under 1.5 mil for the thickness of the edges on these, but they're SA keycaps, so they're going to be big, cavernous spaces anyway. So that's the Numpad kit. Let's get the Numpad out. So we've got a plus, The enter. Numlock. You dash 5 9 6. That's a deep dish on that one. 8. Already got my double zeros. There's my dot. 1 3 2 4 7. What's the order of operations? There's that and that. So there's the numpad all filled in, although that is obviously the wrong one there. That should be that one. There you go. Okay, so let's put the excess back in. Right. So that is the extras, and this is the base and alphas, I believe. B, F, AS, D, F, tilde 1 2 3 4, M, what's that? X, C, Z, V, B, and M. Despite the fact that I'm a touch typer, I still have to look. I know, right? 5 6 7 8 9. A. N, M. O is up here somewhere, isn't it? M, K, O. Go. 0 plus minuses on that side. That'll be that bracket. Yep. And B, V, G. Got there. P, O, P. Q, W, E, R, T. And slash. I think the black background of this actually is really helping it come together. It's looks really nice on that dark background. I would say that if you had a much lighter board, like a silver based board, it would definitely give you a very different kind of impression on this. X 3 5 6 7 QWERTY Oh, come on. Mark C W A S O 5 don't use that. 2 U R E tilde QWERTY U J. Okay. ASD 1 6 and I. It's with this light and the reflection, it actually is so dark that it almost looks like it's black, but it is actually green. It's a really lovely, dark, foresty kind of green. So, space bars. One is obviously longer than the other, and I think it's a 6 and a 6, or a 625 and a 7. So I think that's probably the there's no markings for it, but I think that's the one. Yeah, that looks to be about right. So they can go back in. Okay, so what have I got here? Where's the novelties? That's the Numpad. That's extra space bar. So the rest of it definitely should live in this bag, but not all of it will be required. So F5. Let's go with Alt. Page up. Not using the return. F6. F3. Shift. Tab. Insert. You can tell I use them often, right? There's my escape. Control Shift backspace. Well, I don't know if there's actually going to be a Win key, but we'll sub it out if we need to. Print screen, scroll lock, and break, right? So there's up and right. I don't know if there's actual arrow notations on those ones. I think it's pause and then break, maybe. I actually have them replaced with artisans on my standard keyboard, which is why when I look over it for reference, it's not helping. Okay, so there's my other Alt, and then I can have a super down 1 home and end. There's my control. Page up for a different profile, Alt. And if I wanted the accent tilde, which, yeah, let's do it. Let's just change that out to that, so it's a little bit more even. Right, and we'll change out that one too. There we go. Let's look left. In. Don't need the stepped. Generally, scroll look. I probably have them in the wrong order, but you know what? That's okay. Actually, that's a single super. I'm going to switch over to the 125. $11. 9. Single. 4. 2. Roll. 8. Page down. Super. F7. So I seem to... Okay, so the meta is obviously the alternative, is what I'm looking for over here. And that will be a super over there. All right, so there you go. There is... Oh, where's my delete? There's my delete. Is there another delete? There's the other delete. That's the one I'm after. Wrong profile for that one. Okay. So let's just scoop the rest of this kit back in and we can enjoy this keycap set in all its glory. It's actually really lovely. Now that I've got it together, you can see that I'm just, you know, gazing at it. It has this luster to it, which is kind of expected because it's going to have shine. It's ABS, I believe. But it's really nice. Super happy with it. Super duper happy with it. And, you know, that profile on it is quite comforting. I do like sculpted SA sets. Not just only in looks, but typing in it, I actually find it, you know, quite nice, comfortable, personally. I know it's not for everybody, but I don't expect that to be the case. And I'm certainly not pushing to tell people that, you know, you absolutely have to adore and love typing on SA, but I do enjoy it. So that's why I wanted to get this set. So let's just put that there and you can enjoy its color and its tones in the background. Now you've already seen me go through that there's a lot of compatibility kits already in the rest of that bag, and of course the extra spacebar kit here for the different layouts. For example, if I wanted to put on the down bubble, I would need to have some of those compatibilities. So there's the novelty for the ISO. We've got some other replacement items. There's a bird there, not quite 100% sure what the motif is, but there's some really lovely sort of vintage style graphics here actually in those artisans. All right, and of course there is the Numpad alternatives there as well. So what can I say? I just got to decide what to put it on. Like, I could take this to work and put it on the down bubble, but I feel like it looks much better on a darker keyboard. And I could put it onto my Philco, but with circumstances as it currently is, my Philco is a bit of a beta board, and because of my kids, you know, and their hands and coughing and sneezing and spluttering everything, I'd rather not subject something so nice as this to that. So maybe for now, it'll just live on a tray, or I'll put it back in the boxes and I can put it away, because I still have a bunch of, you know, vomit caps living on the trays over there, and I don't have a cover that's going to necessarily keep the dust off this. And having half of it out on a tray, but then the rest of it in bags, I'm probably going to end up losing bits and pieces if I'm not careful. So what can I say? Looks great. I really like it. I really like it. It's got that classic look to it. It's not too ostentatious. It'll sit in an office and blend quite nicely in. It doesn't scream out. It's not like, oh my God, here's a, you know, gaming mechanical keyboard, which a lot of people believe mechanical keyboards are for. And I think these would sound quite nice simply because even though they're 1 mil in thickness on the actual plastic, having the extra height and depth depending on what kind of switches you've got underneath it, I think would be perfectly fine. Might need to be a little bit more careful about bottoming out on these because the stems are quite deep. So me putting O-rings on it won't help prevent them from bottoming out like the O-rings normally do. But that's okay. That's okay. If I'm using them at home, it's definitely not an issue at all. Rightio. Well, that's it. I'm going to wrap there. I want to say once again, thank you to DailyClack. This video is not sponsored by DailyClack, but I want to give my absolute thanks to DailyClack for supporting this channel in general and my podcast show in general, and making this set possible. For everybody in Australia. I don't know how many people bought in on this in Australia or in the Oceania region, but if you got one of these sets, well, I hope you're going to enjoy it as much as I believe I'm going to enjoy this set. That's a wrap. If you like, these type of videos, hit that like button, subscribe button, bell button. You know what to do. Everybody asks for it. And yeah, until the next video, happy clacking.